Um, but are you recording?
Yes.
Okay. All right, guys. So we'll just get this kicked off. And thank you for joining us. Excuse me. You can go to the next. Oh, wait. You go first. Do you go first?
Yeah, go first, but you kick it off.
Okay. Sorry, guys. We're super unorganized, but if you've just watched my live chat where I was making my salad, you know that's kind of how I roll. So welcome to the call. We just wanted to share with you guys what it is that we do as coaches, how we got started, how we were able to build up a social media following from nothing, how we were both able to leave our full-time jobs and pay this blessing forward because it has changed our lives so much. So we're going to talk with you tonight about some of the common, like what we do as coaches, some of the common objections that you get, how you make money, and then what your sign-up options are. So Letty, you can go ahead and start.
Okie doke. So I just want to introduce myself, tell a little bit about my story for those of you that don't know. So I used to be an elementary school teacher. I taught kindergarten for 1 year and first grade for 2 years. And it's funny how life works because Beachbody was actually introduced in my life. I've only been a coach for 3 years, but Beachbody was introduced in my life maybe 6 years ago when I first came across my first Beachbody program, which was P90X. I saw it on the infomercial. I bought it. I actually bought it on a payment plan because I was a college student. My husband was the only one working. We were broke, in debt. And so I put it on a credit card and on a payment plan. There was just something about it called me out to it. Like I needed that program. And thank God that I did because it just forever changed my life. But that's how Beachbody was introduced to me through the programs first. So I did P90X and then I did Insanity and then Turbo Fire. And then when Shakeology came around, I started to also drink Shakeology here and there because again, I was in college, broke, we were in debt, and so my husband didn't really approve of me buying all those things. But so that's how Beachbody first was introduced to my life. I had no idea about the whole coaching thing because 7 years ago, I don't even think it existed, or maybe it was just coming around, but I had no idea about the whole coaching thing. It wasn't until I actually started my first year as a teacher back in 2011. I would still use the programs, and so I would post about it on social media, and people would reach out to me like, you would make a great coach. Have you ever considered that? I'm like, what, coach? Like, no, that just sounded weird. I'm like, I don't know how to coach anyone. All I know how to do is what the programs tell me to do. I'm not an expert in nutrition or fitness. Like I can't coach anyone. So I kept saying no and no and no and no. And because I was a brand new teacher, I don't know if there's any teachers on this call, but you guys know we work 50, sometimes 60 hours a week. There's no going home at 3 p.m. That's a lie. And so this whole time I just kept saying no, but something just kept putting it back into my path, into my life, whether it was people reaching out to me and asking me about it, whether it was I started to follow other coaches, but it just still always stayed in the back of my mind. So anyways, I started my teacher career in 2011 and I loved my little ones and I loved being a teacher and I loved helping them grow and just being a part of their lives and being a part of creating little, creatures into human beings. But there was, now looking back at it, I just can tell that something was not right. Something was always missing. And I know that now because looking back, I would wake up and the first thing I would think about was 3 p.m. So my little ones could go to their house and so I could hurry up and do whatever I had to do in my classroom so I could come home and take a nap. All I would look forward to was happy hour on Fridays with my teacher friends, winter break, spring break, summer break. Like I was just living on autopilot. I was always just waiting for the next thing to make me happy. I wasn't enjoying life. I was just going through the motions. And I couldn't see it then. And I actually thought that was normal because everyone on social media complains about their job. Not everyone, but a lot of people. All my other teacher colleagues, they complained about how tired they were and how the school system sucked and how we don't get it paid enough and how, this kid is this way and that kid is that way. So I'm like, well, this is normal. This is life, right? Everyone complains about it. So I just thought it was just normal. On Sundays, I would get I don't know if you guys have ever felt this, but just like a pit in my, just like something in the pit in my stomach because Monday was coming. And now I look back,
back at it, I'm like, those are all like signs, like warning signs. You're not happy. You're not living the life that you were meant to live. But for me, I was living the life that I was meant to live. I was the first person in my whole family who went to high school and graduated from high school, and the only one still who's ever been to college. I had a teacher career. That's decent. I married my high school sweetheart. We've been married now 10 years, together 14. And we have a house. And so for me, I was like, I had dotted all the I's, crossed all the T's, and life was good. But it really wasn't. I had just settled for a life that I thought was the best that I could do. I had settled for a life that I was comfortable in. I had settled for a life that didn't push me outside my comfort zone. I just went to my classroom. I did what I had to do to get through the day, to get through the year, to look forward to summer, and then I would get home. And during this whole time, I felt super overworked and underpaid, really unfulfilled, still highly in debt. We're still just feeling lost. My husband and I, we never got to travel. We got married as kids. Well, I was 20. But so then we made a lot of like dumb financial decisions, credit cards. Both of us have student loans. And so we're just like, we can never dig ourselves out of that hole. So things like traveling and doing fun things, which we now do like 6-7 times a year, that was impossible back then. For us, that was people who had it made, the lucky people. Anytime I would see people living this life, I would think, oh, well, they're lucky, or, oh, they were born into that. I just never saw it for myself. And it wasn't until finally, after so many people reaching out to me about Beachbody, after so many signs of Beachbody in my life, in my face, it was during my second year as a teacher. I was coming towards summer, praying to God that summer was here. And so I'm like, you know what? I told my husband, I'm just going to try it. Everyone is asking me about it. There's all these signs around me about this whole coaching thing. I'm just going to try it. What can I lose? And so I did. On April 21st, 2013, I signed up as a coach. It was super fun in the summer. It gave me something to do in the summer. And that's all it was for me in the beginning, just a fun hobby. It got my mind away from my real life that I wasn't really happy with. And I enjoyed helping others. And it wasn't until I started to help and change more lives and going to live events, I'm like, wait a minute, like this is so amazing. I feel really great when people reach out to me and tell me that I'm changing their lives. I feel really fulfilled when people message me telling me that because of me, they're working out, because of me, they're losing weight. It just started to feel really, really good. And my passion and my love started to change. I would wake up thinking about Beachbody. I would go to sleep thinking about Beachbody. And so, one day I went to a live event, and my upline, the person who brought me into this business, she was also a teacher, and she had left her teacher job. And there's all these other successful coaches who had left their normal jobs. And so I thought, wouldn't it be cool if one day I could do that? I'm like, maybe in like 5 years or something. Who knows, if I work really hard. And so 16 months later, I was actually one of those people. I retired my teacher job and I started working Beachbody full time, and it's just been like a dream come true ever since. Like, I miss my little ones, but I don't miss living in autopilot. I don't miss just living for Friday, living for the next payday, living for the next, spring break. I don't miss that at all. And something that I discovered when I did become a coach, sorry, that's my little puppy Phoebe, was that I started to dream. You guys, I wasn't dreaming anymore when I was a teacher, because for me, that was it. I had done everything I had to do. I had no dreams. I had no ambitions. I had no goals. That's a sad life to live. And once I started to become a coach, that's the first thing that also got me to love what I'm doing as a coach. I was dreaming. Like, all over my houses, you'll find like stickies and just like dreams and goals everywhere. I had all these ambitions inside me that I didn't even know that they were there. Like, this house was our dream home, but now we just realized that we weren't dreaming big enough. And so that's one thing also that I just love from this business. It taught me how to dream again. It taught me how to set goals. It taught me how to be ambitious, and just to realize that there's so much more out there, and that I can, we're just meant for greatness, and I can just do anything that I set my mind to. And now we're just living life by design. We are almost student loan debt free. And we're just working towards being completely debt-free and building our dream home, bringing the husband home. That's our next big goal. And now I get to run a 6-figure business from my little pink laptop that I'm using right now to talk to you guys, and all from home. And 3 years ago, if you would have told me that was going to happen, I would not believed you at all. So that's a little bit about my story. And so now Ashley is going to share a little bit about her story and how she got started.
Okay. Hi, guys. So my name is Ashley Molstead. Some of you might know me as Foodie Girl Fitness on social media. And my story, the end of my story is more similar to Leticia's, but the beginning is different. I found Beachbody because I was a group fitness junkie. I liked going to group fitness because I liked going somewhere and having someone tell me what to do, like how long to do it. I didn't like to have to think about my workouts. And I had seen my sister-in-law get in really good shape doing Insanity from home. And I was looking for something to get me in shape for my wedding. This was in 2012. And so what her brother, or my brother, her husband said was all she did was she did Insanity every day. She drank Shakeology and she replaced her beer with vodka water. And if you follow me, you know that part of my life includes drinking. And so I was like, oh, she can, like, I don't have to cut out, like, the fun parts, especially getting married, right? There's, like, a lot of fun things leading up to that. So I don't have to cut that out and I can still see results. Okay, cool. So I joined her group. She had, like, this private online group in Facebook. You might have heard about them or been a part of one already. And I fell in love. I loved the accountability that came with. I loved the community. And I loved that it was, like, group fitness, but on my own time. So I could decide when class was in session, but then I still had a community that I could connect with. So I felt like I wasn't doing it alone. I had really, good results, felt good on my wedding day. And at that time, I was also working my, quote, dream job, like Leticia. I was working at Nike. And growing up, I always thought that I would want to work at Nike. I'm from Oregon, and Nike is headquartered here. And then I went to the University of Oregon, where Phil Knight, the CEO of Nike, is like everywhere. He funds everything. So Nike's like a household name. And that was my dream, was to work there. And I was doing it. And so, I went to college and got this job. And then I met my husband and we got married. And, I had some really good friends. I have a good family. So on paper, it looked like everything should be great. And I did have like lots of fun times. But I also was really insecure and really depressed and battling a lot of mental demons and not feeling like I was ever good enough. And then I, as I just mentioned, like to drink. And when I would drink, I would start to feel bad about who I was as a person. And I remember one time I went to a bar, I was with all my cousins. We're all drinking. And the bartender cut me off. And I remember I wasn't even like that drunk, but I remember feeling like so ashamed of who I was as a person and feeling like these cousins are so amazing and they would be so much better off without me. And then that was my world, like all the time. I was working with a group at Nike who were really mean to me, and they made fun of me to my face and behind my back. And for someone that deals with insecurity, and I was also dealing with daily headaches. So that just kind of let my depression spiral out of control. And so that thought that I had at the bar that one night of like, gosh, my cousins are so much better than me. They would be having so much more fun if I weren't here. That became my daily life. That's how I thought all the time. I thought the world would be better if I weren't in it. And there were times where I never got like close to taking my own life, but I definitely thought about it because I just thought like, even the people that I love the most and who I think love me the most, that they would be better with someone like my husband. I thought he deserved someone better. And that's a really awful headspace to live in. And that's where I was. And I didn't know why, because on paper, it looked like I had everything. But Beachbody then, so I joined this group and I heard about a discount. I decided I am a bargain shopper like through and through. So I decided to sign up for the discount, and then I was plugged into the coaching community, which you guys will be plugged into as well when you join. I was plugged into that, and I just got to see a whole new world, a world where people were supportive and nice to you, and they value you valuing yourself, and they teach you to take care of yourself. Like, it is part of our job, and I'm going to go into it tonight, to work on yourself as a human being, physically and mentally. So I just fell in love with that community, and I decided I wanted to start sharing. So I opened my page. I opened Foodie Girl Fitness. I started sharing my journey over there, and people started coming to me and asking me for help. And the more people started asking me for help, the more I felt like I had value. And then we started getting paid money for me helping people, and it just became an addiction, and it just sort of grew. And every month I would host these groups and have these people in there, and these women saying like, my life has completely changed and I'm a different person. My relationship with my husband's different. My relationship with my kids. I'm finally wearing pants I haven't worn, like, or I'm wearing a bikini and I haven't worn a bikini since I was in college. Like all these things, and I had a hand in that. And so I stopped feeling depressed, and I stopped feeling like I didn't matter in this world. And I realized like my dream life of working at Nike was really what I was told. Like that was the vision that was given to me, because well, that's what my parents did. You know, they went to high school, then they went to college, and then they worked the corporate ladder, and then just like went through the motions of life. And I didn't realize that that was what was missing, but that was what was missing. I was missing like me being able to make a difference out there. I was missing really connecting with people. I was missing feeling like I mattered in this world and to people. And now not only has, you know, my head totally changed, and I actually really, really like who I am, which is kind of crazy to say that, because I grew up it took me 29 years to feel that way. So I like who I am. I like what I do. And the fact that we get paid for this is insane. So now we are credit card debt free. We don't have to stress about money. We're 100% debt free except for our mortgage. My husband just recently left his job, not because at some point it is our goal to retire him and have him come home full time, but he was on a contract with Nike and his contract expired. And I don't feel one little tiny eensy ounce of stress over that, because of the freedom that this business has provided. And like to have, like if you guys, I don't know if you're married, but if your husband suddenly like loses his job and then you're down to a single income, most people freak the F out, and we are feeling fine. Like we're feeling okay, you know? And so to have that kind of freedom and to feel like I'm living my purpose, the reason that Letty and I host these calls is because this blessing was given to us, and we just feel like we need to pay it forward, knowing how much our lives has changed. So that's a little bit about my story. And now we're going to launch into what we do as coaches and, you know, how you can get started and things. So first of all, what do we do as coaches? I sometimes say like we are just paid to be cheerleaders, because it really is that simple. We are, as coach, our number one responsibility is to work on ourselves. So we have to use the products. We drink Shakeology. Yes, we drink Shakeology, and I was not a fan at first. I am a huge believer now. But yes, we drink Shakeology every single day. We do the workout programs, and then we feed our mind with personal development. Those three things are actually in our job description of like, if you want to be a coach, you have to do that. So it's a requirement to work on yourself, and that's your first and most important thing. And then the second thing is you document that journey and try to inspire other people to live their best and healthiest life. So you share that on social media, and there's a lot of, you know, training and stuff, social media training that will come once you join the team. But that's really it. And then you get people to join you, and then you help them on their journey to become, you know, the healthiest and happiest that they can be. But that's it. You get to work on yourself, you get to share your journey, and then inspire other people to join you so they can work on their journey as well. And go ahead. And one of the questions that we get a lot is, well, is this one of those pyramid schemes? Or it sounds very pyramid schemey. And I had someone recently, usually it's the husbands that feel like this, or older people, like older generations. When I say I work in network marketing, they're like, oh, that's like a pyramid scheme thing, right? So I just want to break that down for you a little bit. And I want you to picture any organization that you can think of, any organization out there, and this works. They all look like a pyramid. And you can see here, we have like the school system, we have a corporate thing, and then we have the government. So at the top, you have, well, let's do politics, because that seems very topical. So you have the president at the top who runs the country. He's, you know, the last guy or woman who makes this decision. And then he has executives and people that help to help him make decisions, whatever, inform him. And then you have Congress, and then you have the voters, us. And the chances of a voter, one of us, ever becoming president is so small. Like, I don't even know what the percentage is at, but it's got to be like 1 millionth of a percent, right? Because there's like however many hundreds of millions in the US. So chances of that are really small. maybe not as small, is like if I wanted to become the CEO of Nike, I was an employee, but then I had a manager, and the managers had directors, and then there was VPs, and then there's the CEO at the top. And I don't have to go through millions of people to get there, but there's 12,000 employees that Nike employs. And so the chances of me, this one person, becoming the CEO of the company is just so small. And same with in the school system, you have students, then it goes to teachers, then the principal of the school, and then superintendent of the district. So it all is, one person at the top and goes down to a lot of people at the bottom. And what on the next slide you're going to see, but on this slide, the people at the bottom don't have a very good chance of making it to the top. Whereas in Beachbody, go ahead, Letty. In Beachbody, it looks the same, where you're at the top of your organization, and the more you bring people on, the bigger your team gets. So it does look like there's more and more people, but the difference is you could be one of these people at the bottom here, the smaller one, and totally surpass. And like, if you join right now, you could surpass my success. You could surpass my coach's success. You can do anything that you want to with this business, just depending on how hard you work and how much you're willing to put yourself out there. Like, there are people who have joined after me who are more successful than me, who are making more money, who have bigger teams. Conversely, there's people who joined a couple years before me who don't have as big of a team and aren't making as much money. But I want you to remember one thing about this, and that is, one, pyramid schemes are illegal, and two, a pyramid scheme really is based on recruiting. So it's just get as many people on your team as possible, and then you get rewarded for that. When you guys join our team, we don't get a bonus. We don't get anything special for having you join our team. The only way that we benefit from having you join our team is by helping you be successful, and that is why we take you and mentor you and teach you everything that we know that has made us successful in this business, because your success equals our success. We're not going to achieve our dreams if we don't help you achieve yours. So you start working on your journey. You share that. You inspire a few people to then start their journey, who then inspire a few others, who then inspire a few others, who then inspire a few, and it just goes on and on. It's just a ripple effect. So we are always paying it forward, but it's not a pyramid scheme, because you won't just be left alone once you join. You get an immediate family and support and mentorship, where we will teach you everything we need, everything that we know, and everything that's worked for us. So the 3 pillars of coaching are nutrition, peer support, and fitness. And this is really what we offer as coaches. And I get a lot of questions about, like, what sort of schooling did you do? Did you become a coach, or did you have to get a certificate or anything? So I will say, what we offer in groups, you don't need anything other than like a good heart and an ability to talk to people. So the first piece, nutrition. All of our plans come with a nutrition guide and a meal plan, and those are put together by people who know what they are doing. They are put together by the people who did go to school and get their certificates and learn all about it. So that nutrition plan is safe, and we learn it, and then we just share it with other people. We're just connecting people into a plan that was put together and is safe by people who know what they're doing. So these, people that you see at the top, Carl Deichler on the left, he is the CEO of Beachbody. He's married to the woman there in the middle, Isabel, who's like a crazy nutritionist and knows everything. And then Darren O'Lean, the guy to the right, is a nutrition expert as well. He is co-formulator of Shakeology and this Ultimate Reset and all of nutrition. And they take it very seriously at Beachbody. I know that there are a lot of other network marketing companies out there, like the Wraps, or like pills that you have to take, or a shake tastes really good, but it's full of a bunch of crap. And I get it, because those are, they taste good and they help people take weight off. We will never just be about losing weight quickly. We are really about nutrition and changing habits and changing lifestyles and feeding yourself well. So they take nutrition very seriously. All of our products are all natural and amazing, and the meal plans are amazing and livable. Because if you follow Letty and I, we like to drink, we have our chocolates, we have our treats, we sometimes have pizza. We live life, and we still are on our journey, and that's okay. The second piece is fitness. We always make sure we're also doing our workouts, though, if we're going to indulge in all those things. So that's the second piece. All of our programs, their fitness programs, come with the nutrition and come with fitness, because what Beachbody has learned is that people see the most success with these three things: nutrition, fitness, and peer support. So the fitness piece, those are put together. The trainers that you see, if you've heard like Shaun T, Tony Horton, Autumn Calabrese, we have a new super trainer, two new super trainers, Jericho and Joel. It's a new program that's launching at the end of next month. But those guys know what they're doing. So they put together the exercises. They've gone through the schooling. They know everything. We don't have to know it. Again, we just get to follow and help share that and help people plug into the system. Where we really come in is the peer support piece. That's where people kind of make or break their journeys. Because I don't know about you guys, but I've joined gyms before, or I've bought at-home fitness things, and when I didn't have the support, I end up not going to the gym and I end up canceling, or that fitness DVD just sits on my shelf and I don't use it. So being a coach, that's really the biggest piece where we come in, is helping provide people accountability and motivation. And that's what we do in these private groups. So there's no training required. There's no certificate. There's no schooling that you have to go through. You just work on yourself, share it, invite other people to join you. You plug them into this system that's put together by people who know what they're doing, and then you just support them on their journey. And if you've ever been in any of our private groups, you know how amazing those communities are. And it's crazy how you never met these people, and yet they start to become some of your best friends because you're interacting with them all day, every day, and you're getting vulnerable and sharing like where you're at in your journey. And you're sharing when you struggle, and you're sharing when you get to celebrate, and we all celebrate with you and help pick you up when you're struggling. So those are really the three things that you get to help with as a coach. Next, I want to address what some of you guys might be thinking, well, what if I'm not good at selling? And that's a question that we get a lot, and it's my very, very favorite objection, because I think if you're not good at selling, that is why you will be a good coach. If you're good at sales, then coaching is probably not for you, because I don't feel like this business is about selling anything, ever. I know people purchase from me, but I don't feel like I ever have to sell anything, because what I do is I've done every diet, you guys. I tried Jenny Craig. I tried Weight Watchers. I tried something called the Scarsdale diet. I did the cookie diet, which is where you buy cookies that taste like cardboard, and then you're only supposed to eat cookies all day. I've done juice cleanses. I have tried everything, and Beachbody is what worked for me. So I don't have to sell it because I love it, and I just share that it works for me. So what do? I do my workout, I drink my shake, I work on myself, and I post about it on social media. And if that means that I inspire someone to go join a gym, or to sign up for a half marathon and start training for that, or to choose something, like a salad over a burger or something like that, that's still a win. It's not my job to make everybody fall in love with Beachbody. It's just my job to share what has worked for me and let them know that if they want help, it might be the system that could work for them as well. So we don't sell anything. If you're not good at selling anything, that's perfect. All you're going to do, like I've said 1 million times already on this call, so I'm sorry that I'm sounding repetitive, but all you're going to do is work on yourself and then document your journey and share it with others. And they're just going to start coming, and they're going to start joining you without you having to sell anything. And there's lots of training also that comes on how to interact with people and blah, 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 blah. But that's for a different call once you join us. But I just wanted to eradicate the thought that you have to be a good salesperson to be in this business, because I don't sell anything. Leticia doesn't sell anything. And we're very successful coaches just because we lead with passion and heart, and we share what works. Okay, now Letty's going to walk you through the money, honey.
All right. So now that we talked about not having to sell, let's talk about the money. But I really want to drive across the fact that every single penny, before I dive into this, and every single cent, every single dollar that I've ever earned and Ashley's ever earned represents a life that we've impacted, represents a life that we have changed. The more lives that we change, the more lives that we impact, of course, that just naturally makes everything else grow. But like Ashley said, if you're in it to make money, if you're in it to sell, it's probably not going to work for you, because this is such a relationship building business. This is more about just sharing from your heart, sharing your struggles, your journey, and then motivating and inspiring people along the way. And then having the heart, like Ashley said, to now help these people who are now wanting to join you.
And also, I'd just like to plug in to make the lawyers happy that Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. And every single penny and cent that I've earned and Ashley's earned is a direct reflection of how hard we worked, the hours we've put in it, the sweat, the grind, the hustle, and of course, the lives that we have changed. So, I just kind of want to take you a little bit on my journey. And this is like a direct screenshot of my actual income. And, at first we went back and forth, like, should we share about that? Should we not? And we decided, yes, let's share, because this is a business. At the end of the day, I work this full time. I now earn triple what I used to earn as a teacher. And so, those for people who want to know, that this could be an income, this could maybe substitute your part-time job, your full-time job. We wanted to show you that it is possible. Like, yes, you're working on yourself and it's all about you being a better you and then just sharing, but also it's a business. At the end of the day, you're the CEO of your own business. And so that means that you will be earning income. And so, okay, April 2013, I was a brand new coach. That's whenever I decided, what the heck, I'm just going to do it. What do I have to lose, And that very first paycheck, also we get paid weekly, every Thursday, so today was payday. So that very first paycheck was $47.45. And you guys, when I opened that check, because I hadn't set up direct deposit yet, I was just like, oh my God, like I actually earned money. Because again, it never feels like you're selling, you're just sharing. I'm like, I just helped some people at work, like they wanted to, get some programs, and I connected them to it. And I've just been sharing, like it doesn't feel like I've been working. So I was really excited and really proud of that first paycheck. And then once you get that first paycheck, it kind of also becomes like you just want more, right? Like, oh, how many more people can I help? How many more people can I help? Like, this is real money. Like I showed my husband. And so I was really excited because, again, I was a teacher, living paycheck to paycheck. I was just trying to dig out of the debt. And so for me, I'm like, I can start paying for my Shakeology. That was my goal when I first signed up as a coach, is motivate others, help others, but then never have to pay for my Shakeology again and my programs again. That way my husband could quit, like nagging me about it. So 3 months later, I gave myself my first promotion. And we get all into this once you become a coach. There's certain ranks in this business, and you pretty much give them to yourself when you are ready. You're the own CEO. You decide how much you want to work, how many hours, and how quick you want to grow. So 3 months later, I hit that first promotion as an Emerald coach. That means that I brought 2 people into my team, and my income that week was almost $200. This was huge for me, you guys. I'm like, $200 as a week, and I'm still getting my teacher salary. Like, it was just, my eyes were opening a little bit more. Because when I first signed up, I was iffy about this whole thing. I just kind of did it just because people were annoying me, and I just wanted to see what it was about. But when that income started to come in again, those people started to message me. It's like, wow, like this was really good. Like this could really be something real. Let's see. 9 months later, I gave myself a next promotion, which is really exciting in Beachbody world. Not a lot of coaches ever hit it. And if they do, they sometimes lose it. So that's a diamond coach. Diamond, Bling City. That means that I now had about 10 people under my team. And like Ashley said, the only way we're successful in this business, the only way our income grows, and the only way we get to those ranks is by helping our team. Versus in a pyramid scheme, people are just signing up people, and you could care less about whether they succeed or whether they fail. You don't really care. But in our business, it's impossible to grow. It's impossible to get to those ranks. And it's impossible for your income to grow significantly if you are not helping your team, the people that you are bringing up under you. So anyways, this week, my check was $461 in 1 week. Again, just mind blown, right? Just mind blown that I was making this kind of money from a part-time job that I could do from my laptop at home while still having my full-time 50-hour, 60-hour-a-week career. But what I wanted to show you here, I know it's hard to see, but here it says team bonus $90. This was the first time that I earned a team bonus. The only way that I could earn team bonus is if I'm helping my team. These people that I'm bringing up under Team Living Fit and that Ashley brings under Follow Your Bliss family, there will be no team bonus if you don't care about their goals, if you're not helping them learn how to change lives, if you're not helping them how to run like the virtual bootcamp groups and things like that. There is no team bonus. And so this was very exciting. That's why I put it here, because it's the first time that I earned a little Team Cycle bonus. And that's just a bonus, guys, on top of everything else that I was earning. Okay, so about a year later, I earned another rank, Star Diamond. And now I earned that week $547. At this time, I want to point out it's been about a year and a half, about a year that I've been a coach. And now that's whenever my little mind is thinking, if I could keep this up, one day I could supplement my teacher's salary and maybe like do this for full time, who knows? It still was just kind of playing around with it. I didn't really think it actually happened, but that's whenever it started to just become a little bit more real for me. And now this was so exciting just because we were paying more debt off. All this money that we were making from Beachbody was going all towards debt. My husband was loving it. I was loving it. We were just feeling really good about that, about being able to dig ourselves out of that big hole that we had gone ourselves into. Okay. So a year later, now it's just growing. It's $661 in 1 week. And I also want to point out that the team bonus is growing. Now it's $180 on this particular week. It's $180. So what does that mean? That means that my team is growing, but I'm also investing more time in my team to help them grow and to help them get to their rank advancements, to their, to their next rank. And that's the only reason that the team cycle bonus is growing for me, or the team bonus. All right, so 18 months later, here is where I decided to leave my teacher job, about around 16 to 18 months. I'm now making almost $1,000 a week. And so this was where I made that decision to leave my teacher career and do this full time. It was one of the scariest leaps of faith that I've made in my life, because I had a career, right? That money was going to come in regardless if I was the best teacher of the year or I was a crappy teacher. I was still going to get paid. Versus being an entrepreneur and being the OCO of your own business, you determine how much you earn, how hard you work. And so anyways, and at around this time, I was kind of supplementing my teacher salary, but kind of not. But we went ahead and made that decision and never looked back. 2 years later, now it's growing to $946. And I want to point out that the team bonus this particular week was $600. Remember my first team bonus, $90, when I had 10 coaches under me? Now my team bonus is $600 because now my team, I don't know how many people are at this point, but there's a lot more people and I'm helping them a lot more. I'm investing a lot more time on my team, doing team calls, doing trainings, putting systems in place, having one-on-one calls with them, like really connecting with my team and really caring about them and caring about their goals. Not just my goal, their goals, because if I don't help their goals come true and their dreams, mine won't either. So 2.5 years, now I am breaking over $1,000 a week. And guys, as a teacher, I was earning about $3,200 a month. So it wasn't very hard to supplement my teacher income, yet I was working so much more as a teacher and so less happy, so less fulfilled. And it's not all about the money either. Again, it's just about this life that we were traveling. We travel like 6 times a year, and just the freedom to get up and go, and just the whole dreaming big and ambitious and waking up happy and waking up with this passion inside of you. That's what it's all about. Of course, the money helps, but again, the money is just a reflection of how much love and passion you have for what you do, and how much love and passion you have for helping others and for putting others before you, honestly, and for just serving others. I wake up every day and think, how can I serve people today? How can I serve my coaches? How can I serve the people in my virtual weight loss groups? How can I serve the people who follow me on my page? The more you genuinely just put others before you, it's just like the universe just like pays you back for all of that when you are genuinely in it for the right reasons, when you're genuinely in it for the passion and the love and for helping others. Let's see. I added this one. This one's added. I added two, and I just added it to it. I just wanted you guys to see the progression. So this is monthly. So June 2013, remember I signed up in April. That month I earned $500. June 2014, a year later, that went up to $1,800 in 1 month. June 2015, so 2 years later after signed up, that went up to $7,000 in 1 month. And this past June, I earned $9,347.45. It's the progression. Again, I was earning $3,200 as a teacher. And the important part is not like the dimes and nickels, but it's just like the life that I now get to live. And because I think I have just more passion for what I do, that just reflects in the income, and it reflects in what you do. And so I just wanted to show you guys that the reflection over the last couple of years. And I have been able to determine this. Not some boss, not like a quarterly or yearly review. I determine when I want to grow my income. If I want to grow my income, that means I work harder. That means I bust my butt. That means I sleep less. That means I watch less TV. If I want to make less, cool, I watch more TV. Like, it's all up to you when you join this business as an entrepreneur. You have full control of your future and of your finances. The more you work, the more you grind, your hustle, the more love and passion that you have for what you do. Obviously, that's going to reflect more in your income. Okay, so, I know many people are just always like, should I do this? Should I not? Because I was one of those. You guys, I want to kick myself in the butt sometimes, but I just have to understand that there's a right time for everything. Because again, Beachbody came into my life like 7 years ago. I've only been a coach for 3 years. If I would have joined when people started to approach me, I would have 5 years under my belt versus just 3. And sometimes I'm like, I could be so further along. But, I ignored the signs. I was just so skeptical. I'm like, coach, I can't coach anyone. This is not for me. But I believe in God. You believe in the universe. Just kept putting Beachbody back in my life. And so before I go on, I just want you to know that if you're here right now, it's for a reason. Like, something called out to you. Something made you say, I'm going to listen to this call. So don't ignore the signs. Because I did for so many years, and I fully regret it. The only way you will ever know if something is going to work for you is if you do it, right? That's the only way you're ever gonna, you won't know until you know. Simple as that. I think sometimes people overcomplicate it, and the only way you're gonna find out is if you try it. So let's talk about the worst case scenario and the best case scenario. So worst case scenario, if you join as a Beachbody coach. So first, you're gonna get plugged in the program and Shakeology, and we're going to plug you in a virtual weight loss group. So you're going to lose weight, get fit, get healthy, get toned, whatever your goals are. So you're basically going to get in the best shape of your life. You're going to change your habits. You're going to change your lifestyle. And then maybe the business doesn't work, right? Maybe it just, for some reason, it just doesn't work because it's not for everyone. But you still got in the best shape of your life. You still develop this lifestyle that you're going to keep going forward forever, and you made some lifetime friends in these virtual groups. Like Ashley said, we talk all day, every day. Ashley and I would have never met if it wasn't for Beachbody. Just this weekend, Ashley, I had like 6 Beachbody coaches here at my house because we had an event here in Dallas. I'm here in Dallas, and these women were strangers. At one point, we're strangers, but when we see each other, it's just like we're family. Like, it's not awkward. It's not this silence. It's like hugs and kisses and like, I miss you. I can't wait to see you. Like, some of my coaches are like in Hawaii and Alaska. I have coaches in Puerto Rico. Like, that's insane. But when we see each other, because we talk all day and we share our struggles and we're just vulnerable with each other, we just develop these friendships. So that's the worst case scenario. Best case scenario, you still get in the best shape of your life. You rock your program. You drink Shakeology. You fall in love. And this business works for you. You're able to inspire other people around you, your family, your friends, people that follow you on social media. And you rock this business. And who knows, one day you could be sitting here giving this presentation to someone else. You could one day be earning 6 figures. Like, who knows, right? I mean, anything is possible in this life. So that is the worst and the best case scenario. And also the worst case scenario, you get to punch fear in the face, because I know to do this, a lot of you are scared and skeptical. And so you get to punch fear in your face. You get to get out of your comfort zone and do something you maybe never thought you could do. So those are the worst case scenario and the best case scenario when you join us as a team, as a coach. Okay, so different strokes for different folks. This is also a huge plus. So right now, if you have like this stress, like, I don't know if I can coach anyone. Like, I don't know if I can motivate anyone right now. Like, I still need to work on me. Excuse me. Well, great. Because again, like I said, you are the CEO of your business. You decide. You decide all the rules all the times. It's all up to you. So a lot of people, this was Ashley. Ashley started off as a discount coach. This is someone who is going to rock the program and wants to drink Shakeology and wants to get a discount. Bargain shoppers, hello, because as coaches, we get a discount on all our products and Shakeology. So if you're going to be drinking monthly, which you will, you want a discount on it. You just want to work on yourself. You don't really know if you're ready to share, to put yourself out there yet. So you're like, I just need to focus on me right now. Well, great. You're going to do it as a discount coach because there doesn't make any sense for you to pay retail price for something when you can get a discount on it. We're going to plug you in our virtual weight loss group. We're going to love on you, help you with your program, help you rock whatever weight loss and fitness goals you have. Now, a hobby coach, that was me. I was a hobby coach when I first joined Beachbody. I had my full-time job that I loved, or I thought I loved. I did love some parts about it. But I loved the products, and I enjoyed sharing them with others because, again, Beachbody had rocked my world way before when P90X and Insanity came out, and I would talk about that. I actually even had, when I was in college, my sorority sisters would come over and we would work out to Insanity and P90X. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I still wanted nothing to do with this business. And I enjoy sharing with others. I was super vocal about what I did on social media. That's why so many people would like, hey, you should be a coach. And it says, who doesn't love extra spending cash, right? I was a hobby coach. I didn't really take this serious. I'm like, this could be fun. In the summer, I don't have to teach summer school. I can earn a little extra side pocket cash and get my products paid for and still rock the products and work on myself, but then also slowly start to help others. A business builder, it's someone who comes in this business and they're just ready to rock. Mostly these people are people who have already been drinking Shakeology and rocking the program. So they're like, this works for me. Like, I'm just ready to rock this business now. Show me what to do. Tell me exactly what to do. I want to get to Emerald. I want to get to Diamond. I want to get blah, blah. Like they're just ready to rock and roll. And so depending on where you fall in this, we have groups for you, virtual groups. We have systems in place, and we're going to love you wherever you decide you want to be. There's never pressure on you to be whichever one, and you can go back and forth. Ashley started as a discount, went to hobby, now she's a business builder. I started as hobby, then went to business builder, and you can go backwards too. It's all up to you. Do I go? I think I'd go with this. So what our team provides when you do sign up as a coach, because a lot of people are like, okay, what's going to happen after I sign up? So again, there's systems in place depending on your goals, hobby, discount, business builder. We do have team training calls every week like this that you're on right now. Ashley hosts hers. I host mine. Sometimes we do them together. There's one-on-one trainings. There's new coach training groups for all new coaches where both Ashley and I teach you the ropes of people who are ready to kind of get their feet wet or people who are ready to hit the ground running. That's all up to you. Like Ashley and I, we walk with you. If you're ready to walk, we crawl with you, we jog with you, we sprint with you. Like we meet your energy. We meet you where you are. And we help you wherever you need help. There's social media training because I know that's another objection. Like, social media, I only have 5 friends and it's like my mom and aunt. Like we all started, but when Ashley and I both became coaches, we didn't have our business pages, Living Fit with Leticia, Footy Girl Fitness. That didn't exist. It's something that we've learned on, something that we've trained on. We both have done trainings and now we pass what we've learned along so that people can learn how to grow their social media. All of that stuff you learn, just like in any other job, right? You go in knowing nothing and you just slowly start to learn everything. There's countless videos and trainings from other top coaches who are way more successful than Ashley and I, who have been in it longer than Ashley and I. And it's just a place for you to dream big and live your best life, right? Either just live your best life. That's what we have to offer. That's what's already in place for everyone who joins. So it's not like you join and you're left out to dry or you're left to figure this out on your own. You have support, again, depending on your goals and where you are at. Oh, oops. Okay, now Ashley's going to walk you there's 2 ways that you can sign up.
Okay. So, yes, there are 2 ways you can sign up. And the first one is you can pay a $40 coach fee. So there's a $40 registration fee or whatever, and that will get you signed up. I'm not really a fan of this. One, because I don't like paying money towards initiation fees. I feel like that goes to nothing and I want to get something for my money. So, and then the other thing is, I think that you need to, if you don't want to sell anything, you need to really believe in our products, and the only way to believe in them is to be using them. So the second option is you enroll with a bundle pack, which is a bundle of a fitness program with Shakeology. Beachbody calls them challenge packs. And this month is actually an awesome time to join because they are running a promo on basically all of our top programs. So for $140, you will get 30 days of access to Beachbody On Demand. You will get a 30-day supply of Shakeology, which you'll replace one meal a day with. So if you think about like how much you even spend on healthy meals, it breaks down to about, as a coach, about $3, like $3.50 or so a meal. And you can't really even find healthy meals for that much these days. So you're not only getting 30 meals, but you're also then getting a full fitness program. It will waive your $40 sign-up fee, and you'll get access to our team group, our team pages, as well as our next upcoming accountability group. So those are your two options, but I mentioned, right, that the $140 waives your sign-up fee. So those are your two options, but I always will recommend the bundle pack because I think it's a much better value and you get your product that you can start using. And remember that the biggest part of being a successful coach is working on your journey. So, okay, so what do you do now? Now that you are so excited and ready to join us, and if you're still a little bit skeptical and you're not sure, reach out to whoever invited you to this call and make sure you get all your questions answered. I do want you to know that there's no contract. There's nothing that you have to sign. So you could enroll, try it for a month or a week or whatever, and decide it's not for you and cancel. There's no amount of inventory that you have to order monthly. There's really no requirements on anything. And actually, like she talked about, you could sign up and not even coach and still just save money and do the discount thing for a while until you decide you want to share. So what you want to do now that you want to join is reach out to the person who invited you to this call. Let them know that you're ready to join and what kind of coach you think you want to start at, whether it's a discount, a hobby, or a business building coach. And then that person will walk you through the sign up process. We'll get you the link and everything to order, figure out what Shakeology flavor and what program is going to be the best one for you based on what kind of workouts you like. And then if you are a hobby coach or a business building coach, we'll get you plugged into our next training group. Either way, we're going to get you plugged into our team page so you'll immediately have a community and a bunch of support. So that's next steps. That's all we have for you guys tonight. Are there any questions? We have a few minutes left. You guys can type it in the chat box or you can unmute yourself if there's any questions left that we can answer, and we'll be happy to do so.
No questions. We rocked it.
Okay. All right. So if there's no questions, then I hope that means we'll be hearing from all of you about how you're ready to rock with us and decide to punch fear in the face and join us and live your best life. So that's it. We'll be waiting to hear from you, and we will welcome you to the team as soon as we do.
Thank you guys for hopping on. Good night.
Have a good night.